It's Dr. Erin here, one of the good doctors of Abbey Research, and it is Monday, January 4th, 2021. It's my first day back from vacation over the holiday period, and I hope, however you celebrated or whatever you celebrated, that you had a peaceful and connected celebration with loved ones, whatever that looked like, and I wish you all a Happy New Year going forward. We could all use a year that looked very different than last year. I'm here with the first Good Doctors diagnose of 2021, and I want to start by talking about authentic inclusion. And I'm going to use a specific example of pregnancy tests, and this is all inspired by a blog post that I read from the New York Times. They have a series online called In Her Words, in which twice a week they will send you right to your inbox articles that might be interviews or just, basic articles that deal specifically with issues about women of all shapes and sizes from all over the world, focusing on any kind of issue. And so right before the new year, I read an In Her Words about pregnancy tests and the difficulty of finding a pregnancy test that is inclusive, fully inclusive for hard of seeing and blind women. And this is something that had never occurred to me. I recognize as a function of my own ableness, in which I don't, because I am, don't have a lot of different abilities or considered, a normative able person. There are a lot of things that I don't think about or I don't see. I personally have never taken a pregnancy test, but I know lots of humans who have. And it was fascinating for me to read this article and to discover that we still, as of 2020, do not have a pregnancy test for blind women or hard of sight women that they can take and find the results on their own. And this might seem like not such a big deal. We have artificial intelligence software that can read a picture for women who can't see, or Clear Blue partnered with a company that, women could call the company and they would read the test for them. So they have access, right, to get the test results. But a lot of the stories the women told in this article were about, having to rely on a husband or partner or a friend or the woman who works in the CVS who sold you the pregnancy test. And it's a really personal thing to take a pregnancy test. There can be a lot of mixed emotions around the potential for that pregnancy. And it's something that ever since 1977 and home pregnancy tests were invented, women who can see had that sort of autonomy and that privacy to decide how they felt about that pregnancy, to decide when they told the other people in their lives. One of the young women in the article was talking about how it's kind of a cultural tradition that the woman surprises her partner with the pregnancy, hides the pregnancy test somewhere, etc. And that was taken away from her. And so for me, what brought so strongly to my mind was this idea of authentic inclusion, that we had made tests inclusive in a way in which they could access it. But authentic inclusion means that people can experience it, not just access it. And that's a really, really important thing, especially for something as monumental as whether or not you are going to carry a human life. And, we're believers in bodily autonomy here at Abbey Research, and that is something that you should have the ability to do for yourself, by yourself, should you want to. A lot of people might want to take pregnancy tests with others around them, but all women, regardless of their different abilities, should have that choice. And so I thought this was a really great launching off point for 2021. We're going to be talking a lot more about diversity and inclusion at Abbey Research. We do every year. But I encourage you, as you're thinking about, maybe planning a D&I initiative or a program or a policy, what's the difference between inclusion and authentic inclusion? And how can you get to that experiential level of inclusion that's not just ticking a box saying, oh, we've made this technology accessible, so now it's inclusive to everybody. I challenge you to think about pregnancy tests and making them fully inclusive for all women who might be taking them, and apply that lesson to any sort of inclusivity that you are practicing or building in your own work environment. So that is my Good Doctors Diagnose for this Monday. We will see you again on Wednesday. I hope wherever you are in the world, you are as safe and as healthy as possible. Take care, everybody.